G'day guys, Rubber Kitty here. So I was talking with a friend of mine last night, just chatting, because I had thought about, intelligence, barring, different kinds of intelligence, smarts, and mental resilience, and talking with them about, just the varying different ways in which people can be one or the other, or of a bit of both and not at all, and in different areas, and how someone can be extremely intelligent. You're amazed at what they know, what they remember, things that they can calculate or interpret or find, but they're just not that smart in day-to-day stuff. You go, well, the logic of it all, like they're logical, but sometimes you go, well, how can you not see something that's really simple? They overcomplicate things or oversimplify things, or the theory is fine, but the reality is quite different. But then they can also be intelligent, smart, but not mentally resilient, which means is that they're not that. They find it difficult to adapt mentally to new situations, to be able to change the point of view or something like that. And how you can have someone who's but then you can also have people that are mentally, like hugely mentally resilient, but just not that very intelligent or not that very smart. And a lot of people look down on those. But I guess for me, mental resilience is, more important, because that allows more adaptability and the ability to recognize where you need to learn, where you can get the smarts, where you can increase your intelligence in different areas. Whereas if you're just wholly intelligent, then in general, but excluding things like emotional intelligence and stuff like that, is that sometimes you don't always know what you don't know, or that you get so caught up in your own expertise that you're not aware of, I guess, what they call transferable knowledge and skills. And that's one thing I learned ages ago when helping people apply for jobs and applying for jobs all the time, because I was a casual worker for a long time, and one of the requirements is not only the ability to be smart, in that you had to be able to look at a system or a company and figure out what exactly they wanted, because literally what they ask for may not be exactly what you'll be doing. So you'd actually have to pour through exactly what the process is that they want you to do, the aim, the goal that they want you to have. And oh my god, just a second. Did you see that? A lizard. But also to be able to adapt yourself, your knowledge, learn more, so that you can, pick up and run with it. Like, just basically hit the ground running and be able to slot yourself into any company, any situation, any job, which might be for a day or it might be for like years. So the ability to slot yourself into any situation, adapt yourself, your mind, your knowledge to what's going on around you, and be able to contribute to a team or to the environment in a positive way, has always been a thing. And one of those is actually learning about transferable skills that you have, that you can, while you might specialize, say, in like a accounting package, you then know the very basics of it all to be able to apply them to different situations. And things such as how to organize your day and prioritize. That's a basic transferable skill that not a lot of people realize that you can put on like a resume or something like that. Things like researching. If people say, oh, well, what do you got? You haven't worked for ages, what do you know? So, well, I know how to research, which means that I can look up and go to the help files and find out how to do these things and apply that. And here's an example of where I've done that. So intelligence. Someone can be hugely intelligent and not very smart or not very bright. That's not a bad thing, okay? I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. It's just that there are areas that they're unaware of where they can improve or expand out or gain more knowledge and more intelligence in. And people can be smart but not intelligent, which means that they can work out a lot of things, but their base knowledge may not be, all that cracked up. They know, I guess it's on the way to being more adaptable as you go along, is that intelligence can be more rigid, smarts can be more adaptable, and even mental resilience is even more adaptable still. Because that's the ability to, for me to be humble and to be able to, look at things from different points of view. Like going from 1D to 2D to 3D. You just keep going up in your different dimensions of points of view, and that can increase. It doesn't, the thing is that for these three things, you're not going to be an expert in all of them. You'll have different areas where you're more intelligent or more smart or more mentally resilient than others, and other people are going to be more so in than you are. But basically, you'll be deficient in some areas or not as well developed in some areas than others, and others you'll be more developed in those areas. And I guess the whole point is, what do you class yourself as? Or what would you like more of? Would you like more intelligence in certain areas? Would you like to be smarter in certain areas? Would you like to be more mentally resilient in certain areas? And what are you doing to actually, increase that knowledge and awareness and in those areas? It's not an easy thing, because when you find out that you're not quite as well developed as you thought you were in certain areas, it can be a big shock to the system. And sometimes you find out you're too developed in some areas, then you need to reel it back and go, okay, I'm going back to a baseline here. I'm getting too focused. So anyway, the weather is still overcast at the moment, even though it's supposed to be spring, and we had a bit of warm weather there for a little bit. It looks like it's going to be overcast and a bit miserable for the rest of the week, at least until Sunday. But that's the Weather Bureau at the moment. It could change any day now. It could change any day, any time, any minute. And that's the way life is. Some things are set into large patterns, some things are set into small patterns. So anyway, think about where you are on any sort of area that you would like to increase your intelligence, smarts, or mental flexibility and resilience. And sort of think about ways you can work on it. One thing I like is to listen to Simon Sinek. He's awesome to do with leadership and stuff like that, and your why. He's awesome. So I better go now, as I'm starting to ramble a bit and it looks like it might get a bit wet. Okay? Love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Go out and stretch and go for a walk and say hi to somebody new. It's awkward and uncomfortable, but just say hi, give them a compliment, a nice compliment. Hi, I like that jacket, it really brings out your eyes. I'm not hitting on you or anything, but I just thought I'd let you know. It's an awesome thing to do. It makes them feel good, it makes you feel good. So catch you later, guys. Bye.